How's everybody doing? We're going to go over, try again. We're going to do a much better job of what I attempted to do earlier, but this time we're going to do it right. And we're going to do it with visuals. And when I had thoughts, I'm just putting them to y'all quickly. But I'm going to try to make sure that I put them all. And let's go through the timeline. By the way, before I give you the timeline, the Trump timeline of when he could be assassinated, there is D N. If you leave out the vowels, Donald J. Trump. I think my guy Carl from Middle England sent me that. If you didn't, Carl, you get a good shameless plug there. But I think it was Carl that sent me that. Donald J. If it wasn't, it was somebody else, and I apologize. But that's interesting. And of course, his surname, the family surname, was Drumpf up until the 1600s. So that fulfills the 666 prophecy. Don Drumpf, 666, number of a man. And Donald Trump and Mike Pence, the Drumpf name again come to 666, which really comes in handy if Trump goes down while Pence is still, as Pence would take over. Also, it was interesting that tonight's Bible studies again had a 9/11 in the heading. Luke 9/11 through 18, 6 plus 6 plus 6. So if Trump does go down before I do my next Bible study, again, very foretelling that the Lord had us reading on that time, because this is also the 666 Bible verse. Revelation 13:18 through 14:6 was tonight's study in Revelation. So I just thought I was, might as well share it. But let's go through the Trump assassination timeline. November 5th, which is known as Guy Fawkes Day in England, the 5th of November, something, remember the 5th of November. Had to do with I think the Jesuits, something to that effect. So, but it's a Good Friday copycat for Revelation 11:7, which is the abyss verse. The Dark Knight Rises, third movie of the trilogy, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit. That's what that was all about. He literally climbed out of a pit. Christian Bale did. And we'll get more into Christian Bale in just a second with all of these timelines. November 7th, of course, also is a target date because that is the abyss Bible verse. But if he was rising on the third day, the Good Friday copycat, then it would be tomorrow. November 8th is the movie Tenet, from the Seder Square of words that are spelled frontwards and backwards. And there's like a series of them, and they all spell frontwards and backwards, no matter which position. I think I got rid of it. Let's do it again. The Seder Square. And you click images, and it looks like that. So the movie Tenet, October 10th, 10/10. If you move backwards from October 10th to 9/11, and then roll it forwards, because that's what the movie was about, going frontwards and backwards in time, that you would reach, this year's 9/11 would reach to November 8th. And there is a sun moon square also. But yes, the backwards 9/11. November 9th is the opposite of 9/11, is 11/9. And it's also 7,000 days from the original 9/11 date and exactly 1,000 weeks. November 11th, of course, they've always said 11/11, make a wish. So we have to keep an eye on that date. November 17th, Zechariah 11:17, the idle shepherd, wound in his right eye. And the song Lion Sleeps Tonight was released on this date, 1961. November 18th, 59 days after the Christian Bale character died in real life, after he won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. This year was the 88th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and the 59th day afterwards. If it was going to match exact to Christian Bale's character, November 18th would be the day. November 30th is an eclipse. I think I spelled that wrong. I'm not a good speller. Penumbral moon. 4th of the year. There's never, ever been 4 penumbral moons before in 1 year. These are lunar eclipses. They are not a full lunar eclipse that Trump was born under. Still a date to take a look at. That's called a beaver moon that year. November 28th, since it's an eclipse, you got to look 2 days before it, like a Good Friday copycat, rose on the 3rd day. Since Trump was born under an eclipse, even though it's not a full lunar eclipse, it is a penumbral lunar eclipse. Again, the 4th in a calendar year, never done before. So the 28th would be the Good Friday copycat. December 6th, of course, is 1,260 days, is where the Antichrist reigns. So 12/6 is also it's just a date. December 14th, very interesting. Now, some of these dates might mean something else goes down, like World War III or blah, 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 blah. You know, you just don't know. But there's a solar eclipse that lands exactly on the day that lands exactly between the 2 solar eclipses that make X's across the United States of America. And I think that's in my Trump photos. Eclipse. Where's my E's? I've already done it. If you go to the date calculator and search the dates of when the America is crossed out, August 21st, 2017, April 8th, 2024. If you go to the exact date that sits in the middle of those 2, it is another solar eclipse that actually goes through South America, and it's this December 14th. So that is something to keep an eye on for something, if not a Trump assassination. Jupiter, Saturn conjunction. They are right in perfect alignment with each other. And it is also on the winter solstice. That will have a lot of meaning about something. And the beaver, it's not a beaver full moon. And that's one of the reasons I thought to redo this. It's called the cold full moon. And it's at, you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? It's at 10:28, I think, p.m. The last tower fell at 10:28 a.m. This full moon is 10:28 p.m. That's the last full moon of 2020. 2020 TT Twin Towers TT 2020, their 2020 vision coming to fruition. So these are some things, or they're nothings. But that'll be for us to figure out and find out when it happens. All right, love y'all.